Examples, activities, and demos for the first law of motion. Click the link to supplemental resources in the video description below. Inertia is also evident when a bus or train starts moving. Passengers standing inside may stumble backward momentarily as their bodies resist the change in motion. When a spinning top gradually slows down and eventually stops, it demonstrates inertia as it resists changes in its rotational motion. A book sliding off the dashboard of a moving car when the car suddenly stops is another example of inertia, as the book tends to maintain its forward motion. In sports, a soccer ball kicked across a field slows down and eventually stops due to the forces of friction and air resistance, illustrating inertia in motion. Astronauts experiencing weightlessness in space demonstrate inertia. Once they are set in motion, they continue moving until acted upon by an external force. The behavior of water in a spinning bucket provides a visual example of inertia. Despite the bucket's motion, the water remains level due to its inertia. When a roller coaster moves over a hill and momentarily loses contact with the track, riders inside continue moving forward due to their inertia until the track exerts a force to change their motion. In everyday scenarios, a person pushing a heavy box experiences the box's resistance to changes in motion, reflecting its inertia. A coin placed on a rotating turntable tends to move outward due to its inertia, resisting changes in its circular motion. When a pitcher throws a baseball, the ball's inertia keeps it moving in a straight line until acted upon by external forces like air resistance and gravity. When a door is pushed open and then released, it tends to close gradually due to its inertia, resisting changes in its state of motion. A child on a swing moving back and forth experiences inertia as they resist changes in their swinging motion. In a car crash, occupants continue moving forward at the vehicle's initial speed until restrained by seat belts or other objects, showcasing their inertia. When a train comes to a stop at a station, passengers standing inside may momentarily lean forward before adjusting to the new stationary state, demonstrating inertia. A spinning bicycle will tend to remain spinning due to its inertia, even when the bicycle is stationary. The behavior of a pendulum swinging back and forth illustrates inertia as it continues moving in its oscillatory motion until acted upon by external forces like friction. When a person jumps off a moving skateboard, they tend to continue moving forward at the skateboard's initial velocity, displaying their inertia in motion. One activity involves placing a coin on a card and quickly flicking the card out from under the coin, showing how the coin tends to stay in place due to its inertia. Another demonstration uses a spinning top to showcase how objects in motion tend to stay in motion unless acted upon by an external force, emphasizing inertia. Rolling marbles across different surfaces and observing how they slow down or stop can help students understand inertia in motion. Dropping objects of various weights from the same height and observing how they fall at the same rate due to their inertia can illustrate the principle of inertia in free fall. Pushing or pulling a heavy object and observing its resistance to changes in motion can demonstrate inertia in action. Using a pendulum to swing back and forth and observing how it continues moving until acted upon by external forces can highlight inertia in oscillatory motion. Placing objects on a spinning turntable and observing how they tend to move outward due to their inertia can provide a visual demonstration of inertia in circular motion. Conducting a tug-of-war activity where students pull on a rope with different amounts of force can help illustrate how inertia affects the motion of the rope. Using toy cars on a track and varying the force applied to them can demonstrate how inertia affects their acceleration and deceleration. Swinging a bucket of water in a circular motion and observing how the water remains level due to its inertia can showcase inertia in rotational motion. Demonstrating how objects tend to stay at rest unless acted upon by an external force, such as a book placed on a table remaining in place until pushed or pulled. Exploring how a spinning bicycle will tends to remain spinning even when the bicycle is stationary, highlighting inertia in rotational motion. Using a skateboard and having a student jump off while it's in motion can demonstrate how they continue moving forward due to their inertia. Having students participate in a simulated car crash using a crash test dummy or a weighted object to understand how occupants continue moving forward until restrained by seat belts, showcasing inertia in motion. Conducting interactive discussions and observations during these activities can reinforce students' understanding of inertia and its role in various types of motion.